First name?
Ryan.
You're all set?
Hey, Ryan.
Hello.
What would you say is your main complaint today?
Lower back pain. I do have some neck pain as well.
Okay. But lower back is your primary complaint?
Primary, yeah.
And what part of your lower back does it bother you?
Lower, almost just above the buttock. I don't know what you call that.
We call that
bone
the
there.
pelvic area.
Pelvic area. That's
Right.
yes.
Okay. And how long have you had it?
On and off for almost 10 years now.
10 years?
Yes.
Okay, so you put there lumby, L-U, where it says site of pain?
Yeah.
Duration 10 years. And it's bothered you throughout the 10 years?
On and off, yes.
All right, now before 10 years, well, does it radiate? Is it just a local pain? What kind of pain?
A little bit down the buttock and
On the left side?
left side, the leg a little bit.
Okay, so would you say that the left side of your lower back bothers you the most? Or
Yes, yes.
okay, so lumby, if you could put it near the left, and just put radiates left butt. Does it go past your knee?
No.
Okay. Now, does this happen when you're walking, sitting, standing? When does your pain the most?
Usually standing or activity of
Movement.
yeah.
So you would say it's, how do you feel when you're lying down?
Okay, it's still there, but very subtle.
So most of your problem, you would say, is weight bearing.
I think so. Yes.
Now, 10 years ago, did you ever have a problem with your knee, your hip, your foot, any other part? that ever-
Nothing major. You know.
Well,
I played sports in high school.
anything that lasted a month or a couple weeks?
Yeah. I've had some knee hamstring issues.
On the left side?
Yes, left side.
Okay. So, where it says concurrent,
PA10.
just put GE, knee. GE is genu, it's an out Latin term for knee. Left side. And how long ago do you think that happened?
Well, that was probably 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Close, maybe 28.
Okay, so that's like 30 years ago.
So that was a long
So
time ago.
LEG.
30 YR. And when is the last time you felt your left knee?
Oh, it's been years. I don't
Oh.
have much issue with my knee at all.
Okay, no problem at all.
Not anymore.
Anymore. So you had an old problem in your knee and a problem. How about your upper back, mid back?
No, I mean, sometimes it gets a little tight, but it's not an ongoing
Right.
issue.
And how about your neck? You said you had a neck complaint.
Yes.
Now what kind of complaint do you have?
Well, I just about a month or so ago I had an auto accident,
Oh,
and I was rear-ended at a stoplight, and it forced me into the car ahead of me. So I had the back and then the forward.
your whiplash type problem.
Yes, and
Well, that was a month ago. Before a month ago, did you ever have a problem with your neck?
a little stiffness and soreness here and there, but
Nothing that you really recall, or
Yeah, nothing.
that continued for a month or two, or
No, not that bad.
so you had no accidents in your lifetime. You never broke a bone. You never had an injury.
Broke my left collarbone 30 plus years ago.
Okay.
Broke my left wrist probably about the same time. It happened within a couple of years.
All right, I would probably consider that, put it in his history, but right now, for what he's complaining about, I would put that as a secondary possibility. I'm not taking that primary. I'm thinking now, well, you did hurt the knee, it was there for a while, and we'll forget about it for now. You're not feeling it, but I am thinking about it.
Okay.
And you still get pain in your left buttock, and how often does that happen?
It's almost daily.
Daily?
Yeah.
Do you have it any particular way of moving? I mean, how does it occur?
Usually hurts more when I'm standing or doing activities, semi-strenuous activities.
Right, so when you wake up in the morning, are you aware of your left buttock or left side?
I'm aware of it, yes,
You are.
but it's not as
So
bad.
what would make it worse or exacerbate it?
Moving, lifting something a little heavier.
How about a walk? A long walk?
No, walking doesn't usually exacerbate it. No, walking.
What kind of lifting do you do at work?
I don't lift normally, but if I do lifting something around the house, is what I mean. I
Okay.
have a job where I'm standing most of the day and I'm not lifting anything.
So are you feeling that most of the day?
Most of the day it's there. I can always feel something. Some days, sometimes it's worse than others, and that's usually with activity.
Okay, now Could you take your shirt off? It's a strip down.
Pardon me.
All right, now just stand here.
Okay.
Be back to me.
Okay.
Now, is this the area that you're feeling your pain?
Yes.
And it goes into your buttock.
Yes.
You have nothing up here that you feel.
I mean, again, not chronically, no. Every once in a while I get some stiffness, but
Stiffness.
yeah.
But this came first.
Yes.
This came second. Well, actually, this came second, and now you're feeling something around here.
Yes.
Okay. So at this point, I have to choose what segments do I think I'm going to evaluate that might be related to this. Now, whatever I choose now may change if I do some movement tests that aggravate a particular segment. But right now, I'm going to hypothesize your pain is like in this section, right?
Yes.
Not so much here.
Not so much there.
Okay, so this represents the pelvis as a segment. This from L5, L1, that would be the lumbar area. And from below here, we're thinking of the leg area, or the thigh, actually, I'm sorry. Okay, so right now, let's just some general, simple tests. Now we got movement section.
Yep.
You put LU on the left. Now bend all the way to the side. That bother you anywhere?
A little bit. Just
Where?
Back hamstring area.
Hamstring. Okay, now all the way back. Back.
Yep.
That bother you?
Yep, right here.
Right across.
Yes.
So going backwards is worse than going forward?
Yes.
Okay, so lumbar, I have anterior and I have R. I have. So you put retro. I'll show you. Okay, we'll show it later. Did that bother you?
Yeah, a little bit right here.
And this way.
Same, right here.
So where it says lateral,
Lateral. Yep.
you put right, left.
Okay.
And I would put 2 stars right, 2 stars left. Are you actually saying to me that your side movement is about the worst movement compared to back movement?
Boy, oh boy, they're neck and neck.
All right, so put 2 stars
The retro.
retro. Okay, now have a seat right here. Put your arms across your shoulder and your whole body. Does that bother you anywhere in the low back?
Yeah.
Where?
Left side, low back.
Okay, now go this way.
The right side, low back.
So how does that movement compare with the side movement, or it's hard to determine?
It's hard to determine.
All right, so just put 2 stars for rotation. You see it there?
Rotation.
Internal, external. Where it says external, put right and left.
Okay. Extra.
And that goes under lumby. And pelvis too, actually. Okay, now let's have you stand. And I'm going to just look at your hip area. Although do you have any pain in these areas? Not too much.
In the hip, no.
Okay, so just standing here, move forward a little bit. I'm going to have you look at me. You just keep your body right. You're just going to swing it out, swing it forward, swing it back.
My leg, okay.
Swing it out, swing it forward, swing it back. Does that feel okay?
Yeah, a little. When I
A
go
little bit
back.
in the lumbar?
Yeah, a little bit there. Mhm.
Okay. Well, hip, we use the word coxa. Just put, which movement bothers you the most?
Back.
Going backwards?
Mhm.
Oh, so retro coxa. Give that 2 stars. Same on the left.
Kicked you.
All right. Go ahead. Straight forward, straight back.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt quite as bad when on this side.
Okay.
So.
And out this way.
Yeah.
So it's really more on the left side.
Yeah, left side feels worse.
Okay. Now on your back right here.
Lay on my back.
So I'm bringing your leg straight up. Does that bother you anywhere? In the back at all?
In the back, no. Hamstring's a little
Back
tight.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a little tightness here. All right, now I'm gonna bend your knee and flex your knee and bring it up. Feel that anywhere in your knee?
No.
Okay, now let it go. Do a little internal, external. Okay. Just push towards you. Okay, now kick up. Okay. So basically your hip feels pretty good when I do this.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't feel
Okay.
any discomfort.
Okay. And flexion here was not bad either. Now I just want to look a few little tests on your knee itself. Let's have you stand.
Okay.
Can you do a squat
Mm-hmm.
and all the way up? You feel that in your back, your hip, your knee?
Knee a little bit.
A little bit in your knee?
Yeah.
Left?
Left. And,
All right.
and a little bit left here, back, but lower.
Okay, so a squat bothered his left knee or gentle,
Leg squat.
left gentle, and left PV. Or pelvis.
Oh my gosh.
All right, how about with your left leg doing a lunge?
Lunge.
Like
Left
that.
leg forward.
Straight forward. I want to know if that
Like-
bothers your
like-
knee or
like
any
this?
other part of you.
No.
Do that with your leg, right leg up in the air, right foot up in the air.
Oh,
That's it. How's that?
I can't go all the way down. Nothing really.
Okay.
Little bit in the pelvic area here.
You did.
Little.
Okay, so in this simple little movement situation, the areas I'm going to look at would be your pelvis and your knee. And let's see if there is any relationship.
Okay.
All right, so let's have you first lie on your back. Okay, so I am now going to check points in this direction, but where you have pain going mostly in that direction
It's in
here.
the back.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's have you first lie on this side.
Lie on this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I realize the audience doesn't understand all the things I'm doing necessarily as far as points, but to give you an idea, we talked about centers of fusion, which are in between general movements. So this could be lateral, and this could be retrolateral. So basically, let's have you stand for one quick movement here. With your back to me.
Okay.
I'd like you to go back and to the left, sort of a Kemp sign. Does that bother you?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a retrolateral, R-E-L-A. That has to go up where the lumbar is. Just put it all the way to the right. I think you'll see centers of fusion. Okay, lie on your back.
Okay.
R-E-L-A.
Now, one of the reasons I'm doing these movement tests is, frankly, to determine if what I do improves these painful movements. Sometimes you can just, if you were really in a hurry, you can take the worst movement of all and then do your examination or your treatment and see, does that help the worst movement? Hopefully the worst movement many times also means the other movements will also be more alleviated. So lie on this side.
Okay.
Okay, so I am now going to look at his pelvis and his knee from the standpoint of pathways, myofascial sequences. Okay, so what I'm going to use, I'm going to do lumbi, LU. Okay, so I'm going to look at some shortcut here of pathways in the area where he has his pain. Although there's sometimes the major problem could be on the antagonist. So first we're going to go into just basic movements. So lateral lumbi point. Let me just tell me how you feel and what I feel. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
No, but it's soft.
Yes.
Now we go to lateral pelvi, which I'll have to show people where it is.
Yep. That one's.
You feel that?
Yep.
All right, so lateral pelvi left, 2 stars. Now we go lateral genu. Feel that?
Yeah.
Not too bad?
Not too bad.
Give that 1 star for lateral knee.
Lateral knee.
Okay. Now we're going to go to retrolateral, which is in between retro and lateral. And in the lumbar spine, this is where retrolateral is. Not bad.
Not bad.
And retrolateral pelvi happens to be right under the crest here. How does that feel?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
Pretty bad. Okay, that's
Pretty bad,
I
yeah.
give that a plus 2 stars. Now, any point that refers, I really want to know that too. Has any of them referred anywhere yet?
No.
Okay. And we're going to go retrolateral into the knee, which is about here. How's that feel?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, I get that star, retrolateral knee. Okay. So we did lateral, retrolateral. Now we're going to do the external rotation sequence on that side. So we get right below the 12th rib here, right by the erector spine. How's that? All right, the rib end.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
No.
External. And then we can get external knee. How does that feel?
Yeah, a little bit there.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, bring this up.
Okay.
I know you don't get pain in your butt, but we're going to take a external rotation.
Oh, yeah.
Feel that?
Yeah, I feel
That happens to be over the piriformis, but it's called external rotation hip or coxa, CX, on the left.
That's under extra.
Right.
One.
And I also added another segment. I said hip. You can put that at the bottom of that list that we have on the left
CX.
side.
On the left.
Right.
1 star.
No, I give that 2
That's
stars.
probably 2. Yeah.
Okay.
But this is not bad for
That's not
lumby.
bad.
Now we have external rotation pelvis. We have to throw that in, because now we're looking at external rotation. And how does that feel?
Yeah, that's
You feel that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he feels external pelvis, put external rotation left. Now external rotation, we have to always balance that, and that relates to internal rotation. So just right now, since I'm doing that, I'm going to go to the internal rotation to see if it's involved in the pelvic area.
Ow, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
So that's a 2 on internal rotation. Now we go to the lumbar internal rotation. Since that seems to be a very significant line here. So how does this is called internal rotation lumby?
Oh, that's, yeah, I can feel
Really
that.
feel that?
Yep.
All right, so we just added another segment. That would be LU, lumby. Oh, we have lumby there.
Yeah.
So put internal rotation for lumby.
Side 2.
Yeah. Now, let's do external rotation knee.
Yeah,
Not too bad.
not too bad, but
A little
it's-
bit.
It's there.
Oh, external rotation general, give it 1 star. And we have external rotation leg. How's that?
Well, that's probably maybe a 2 there.
Yeah. So we just added another segment. I do this to see if from the areas I chose are the areas above and below it.
Okay.
So we happen to have an external rotation. We call this the leg or talus, TA.
TA.
Yeah,
Okay, I ran out of room, so we'll go back.
that's all right.
Okay.
Okay. Now on your stomach.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go on what they call the retro or posterior line. And I usually feel it, and right around T12 on the erector spinae is a back point, retro. Not bad. I can feel the
not
softness there.
Not bad.
And right in between the retro and the spine is retromedial, which is like over the multifidite muscles. So basically, I'm not feeling too much. Let's go into his hip area for retro. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then we have retro knee, which is near the biceps femoris in the middle here. Not
A
bad.
little bit.
A little bit. Okay, so basically, at this point, what area there has the most stars? You got sagittal, you got horizontal.
Horizontal,
Horizontal does.
internal, and extra.
Yeah. All right, over on your back. So I had extra on the left. I
Yeah.
want to see how balancing it and are the areas related to it on the internal. We found it internal on his left lumby, but we also have an internal rotation hip here. That very hurt. Okay, so internal rotation, coxa or hip happens to be showing an internal.
One or two.
Everything on the left.
One or two.
Yeah, even that
Probably
too.
Yeah.
And we didn't check, we could have checked, but we picked the site of pain line. This would be anterior pelvic,
Yeah, a little bit there.
a little bit. Bring this down. This would be anterior lumbi. I'm sorry, anterior hip or coxa. And this would be anterior lumbi. It's really the front and back line, the sagittal line, doesn't seem to be that bad. Interestingly, when we tested him and he rotated, he felt it on both sides. So I am going to assume that the horizontal, internal, external points are involved. Okay? All right. So first, well, one more point here, internal knee. How's that feel?
Yeah, a little bit there.
A little bit there. So in general, put internal. So you'll notice that most of the areas of involvement in the particular pathways I chose were what they call the horizontal, internal, external areas. All right. This is a little densified to me. You feel it?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to try a little experiment here. I'm going to go right here first. So what I'm going to do is put him in a particular position. This is in the medialis, and it's usually right in the center of the belly for internal rotation knee.
Internal rotation knee.
That's what I'm going to be treating. I'm talking now.
Sure.
And you could use your elbow, you could use your knuckles, but you could just feel it there. And that's kind of tender to you?
Yep.
Okay, so I will be working on this for approximately 2 minutes or until I the density, and your pain, by the way, reduced to about 50%.
Okay.
Is it starting to feel less painful?
Yes.
And it's starting to feel like it's gliding to me too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good sign. Now you said you had hyperextended this knee years ago.
Yes.
And how long did it bother you?
Oh boy, I was out. It was a football injury. I was out for a few weeks with it.
But you have been feeling your knee on and off.
Not in a lot of years. I mean, in recent years, it has not bothered me as much.
Okay, now lie on this side. And you like that. Now we're going to external rotation for the knee. And feeling a little better?
It is.
He really feels it, he said,
Yeah.
here. But after this, I have no idea what's going to necessarily change, but when you sat here and we put you into external rotation both ways, you felt it where your pain is.
Yes.
All right, so it will be interesting to see if treating this in any way affects your site of pain. This really is sensitive.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel a little bit up here.
You are.
Yeah, a little bit.
You want to put the camera on for a sec? He just mentioned while I'm doing external rotation knee, he started to feel it in his pelvic area a little bit, where your complaint is.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. A little better now?
It's getting better. It's still low. It's still there.
So from 1 out of 10, what would you give it?
Well, when you started, it was probably about an 8 or a 9. Now I'd say it's maybe a 5 or 6.
Really a bad point. It's feeling a little smoother to me.
Yeah.
What number?
It's probably still about a 5, 4, 5.
Still 4 or 5.
It's better.
This is only 30 years old. Is the camera on? All right. Still needs a little more there, but for experimental reasons, let's have you sit on this chair.
Okay.
Back, like you did.
Okay.
Arms like that,
Oh, yeah.
and rotate all the way.
I don't feel the pain like I did before.
Nothing.
There either. I mean, it's there a little bit, but not
But
like
that's a definite improvement.
improvement. Absolutely.
Stand over here. This, I don't know, we'll see. Go sideways.
It's improved. Same.
Go backwards.
That one's still there.
It's still there.
That's still there.
Okay, now go forwards. But you didn't have problem going forward.
Yeah, I didn't have anything.
Okay, you know, at that point, it's enough information. I could, well, why don't you just lie on this side, and I will sum up as to points I would go to. On your back.
On my
Well, actually, don't say it that way. So basically, we treated the horizontal plane of the knee. We went on the internal and the external, which absolutely changed his complaint as far as his pelvis. As a matter of fact, treating here, he even had some referral to the site of pain. Now, I'm not doing the whole thing today with this patient, but just to tell you what I would do next. I would now go to external rotation coxa. I would also go to external rotation pelvi. And I might now go to internal rotation lumbi that was involved on your back. And then go to internal, I think we checked internal rotation coxa. I don't know if we did.
It wasn't bad.
Not bad. Okay, so we don't have to do that. Okay, now we forgot, of course, the squat test. So let's do the squat. Way down.
Yeah, I barely feel it.
Thank you.
All right.